Well, I didn't expect to see a ban list, but I'll take it. Alright guys, make sure you smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Finally, some good eats here, but man, oh man, this is nuclear. So first of all, I'm glad to see that Kit Gallows has cleaned up off the side of the sidewalk. All right, like this is actually good. Konami actually finally listened to the community. We got this thing out of the game. Good riddance. We can watch Tier actually fully evolve here, and man, Kashtira best deck now. Artifact Scythe also just got blown up as well, which is kind of interesting as well. I guess it's about time that we see Scythe actually get removed from the game. I love how Konami will always do this little, you know, at the end of everything. So I'm glad to see that they took care of that. Stormwinds also finally got removed from the game. You shouldn't be any stranger to knowing that that was going to happen as well. Konami's been very notorious as of late with the cleanups with Flunderies. And then Sprite Elf got cratered off the face of the planet. I'm going to be completely honest with you at this point in time. I'm actually very happy to see that Sprite Elf should have probably went to 1, honestly, if you want my honest opinion. Just kind of thinking about that one, you know, really, Sprite Elf was really good for, like, the protection effects that it gave, but I feel like Konami wanted to do something in the aspect of actually, I guess, trying to check Sprite generically. But, like, let's be honest here, when you look at, like, Sprite Elf's power, like, it was nuts for what it actually tried to bring to the game. So those are some pretty devastating hits. I honestly kind of think Elf should have been able to go to 2, but, or excuse me, to 1. To 1, Agito, the Sentinel, Ancient Sentinel, Kelbeck, Keldo, and Mudora. Whoo, wow. You know, they finally did it. All of the Ishizu pieces are now limited. Oh my, finally. I'm going to be completely honest with you. The Ishizu cards in their iteration should not have existed, period. All right, like, these cards were the nuts. All right, like, Konami acknowledges their mistake and actually cleaned them up. Good stuff on Konami. Havnus, Merly, and Shayren are all limited to 1. They were not kind at all to Tier. Wow. You know, I can't say that I'm not extremely happy to see that Tier just got blown up. Oh my gosh. And then Ancient Fairy Dragon also moved down here to 1. So now we're going to get the errata for this. This doesn't do anything particularly, like, too crazy, but it definitely puts something back on the table. So yeah, good stuff. The Ishizu version of this deck is no more. Don't think that Tier's not out of the race yet. It's going to be limping, but, like, yeah, now what got unlimited here? Destrudo got unlimited. How do I feel about that? We're getting places here, I guess. That's fine. I don't see any reason to not give that possibility. That's going to be a Dragon Link upgrade if one ever existed. So Dragon Link players can eat pretty well today. I don't have a physical problem with that. I don't think a lot of people either are. Jet Synchron moves to 3. Well, you know, I'm sure there's a few Yusei Fudo character deck players out there that just were very excited for the possibility of seeing this move back. I think that's fine, honestly. O-Lion back to 3. The problem is we don't have a Auroradon. If we had a Auroradon, we could possibly see something out here of the sort as a Psycho upgrade to this, but the problem is, you know, based on how everything's kind of shifting around right now, I don't foresee, you know, this having a huge, massive impact on the game. Servant of Endymion is also kind of cutesy. This is just a pretty good pendulum upgrade overall. True King Listogasm, I guess that this can come back now. I mean, like, what is Listogasm actually doing right now in its current iteration? I mean, yeah, it's a nice little upgrade. And, you know, like, the specific extract ripping was fine, but we're going into a format with, like, zone locking and a whole lot of, like, unfun. Yatagarasu also shifts back here, which, okay, that's fine once again. And then you get the Spiral Resort here as well. Also, like, something I want to point out here, this doesn't have a set ID on it. That's kind of interesting. Spiral Resort moving does not matter in the slightest because Master Plan is still gone. If we'd seen Master Plan actually shift back on this list, this would have been fine. So, little thoughts here. Nibiru is just rotating right back on into the format. Nibiru is going to be one of the best cards that you can actually have right now for the chance to board break Kashtira. I hope that you have your copies available to you, and I wish you truly the best of luck to get those said cards. Because with the way that things are going to go here, and with the way that there's going to be people scurrying to pick this up now, Flaunderies isn't dead by any stretch of the imagination. I want to point that out. Looking at OCG tournament data, we have seen that that has not been the case at all, honestly. The TCG, I think, made the best call possible here with cratering this package. As much as you can say that, like, the Ishizu package would have been fine at, like, different numbers, I suppose that you could really try and say that, but, like, the best call on Konami's behalf as a company was just to put these all to one, because these cards were some of the most insane Yu-Gi-Oh! That we've ever had. Alright, like, I don't know what more to tell you about that. Like, this was so unfair at the end of the day that it was crazy. So, Kashtira is the best deck now. Congratulations, Konami just had you cash cow really hard on this set. This set now is going to be worth even more money. And now there's going to be... Here's the best part about this. The amount of people looked at those pre-sales and were like, I don't want to spend money on this set. I think that the set is not worth it. I have my Tearlaments deck. I'll be safe. I do want to point one thing out, though. Now that Sprite Elf is gone here, congratulations. Sprite effectively is now going to be a lot more of a splashable engine than you actually think. Konami actually did the exact opposite effect here, and they actually created a way to balance out and send this deck back to an age where it could be splashed. And we've seen a lot of how the OCG has been splashing this engine. I mean, it sucks because, you know, Gishki players just finally got their stuff. Gishki Sprite was really looking good, but, like, now the M boards that you get, yeah, you can get the Smashers through Gigantic. You know, ending on Gigantic Smashers without doing the whole Elf shenanigans is actually kind of nice still. I don't have a problem with that. And I don't think a lot of other people will either. But now, once again, you know, I bring up the fact that Sprite was intended to be a lot more splashable of a package. And now when you look at things, you're not really seeing that. Also, those OTS prices, keep in mind that the OTS prices that we just recently saw, you know, this new OTS pack that comes out this week with the super tier monsters in it, yeah, look at that secondary value. Reno Hearts and Ulti in there. Alright, congratulations, you still get to play 3 of it. Alright, congratulations, you know, you still get your holo upgrades for Sprite Blue. I mean, but you lost Sprite Elf, which was fine. Now I know why they didn't go. Imagine if they made Sprite Elf, and then right before the release of the OTS pack, they banned it. Alright, it was actually a good call. So, about the Bestial inclusion within the course of the metagame here, you have a lot to think about here now that this list has actually circulated here and actually set up. And you know, I will say that I'm very curious to know how, when, where, why, and how that we are going to see some sort of, I guess, setup from here. So as my question is, what do you guys think? Whew. Please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.